Hi, my name is Mary. Today FM plays the best music in Lambasa. Today FM rocks.
My name is Thomas. I'm here in Nakasi and I like to listen to Today FM because it rocks.
My name is Milenia. Today FM rocks here in Singatoka.
My name is Enrique and Today FM rocks here in Tavua.
My name is Mary Jane. I love listening to Today FM here in Ba. Today FM rocks.
My name is Ilay Tiambal and I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks here in Usur.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
In the news tonight, Krishna rakes applauded from leaders. Alleged murderer in court for man's death. And is Qantas cannibalizing our national carrier?
From the studios of FBC Suva, Jackie Spate.
Prime Minister Vorenge Bainimarama says football kingpin Roy Krishna has made Fiji proud by winning the Johnny Warren Medal last night. Krishna was named the best player of the season and also won the Golden Boot for being the highest goal scorer. Such was the excitement of the news that Krishna's achievements has been received in unison by our leaders. Ali Kimbia with the story.
Creating a legacy and a history of his own.
Excellent news. Roy Krishna being made Footballer of the Year. I think that's wonderful news, not only for Roy Krishna himself, but for the country, for soccer and for the nation. Congratulations, Roy.
Well, this Fijian boy has done wonders for Fiji. Definitely wonders for Fiji. And now that he's the professional footballer, we want to wish him all the best.
He's obviously a Fijian soccer legend. And I think all the people of Fiji would be proud of Roy Krishna's achievement and the awards that he's received. I wish to congratulate him.
It was a total surprise for me, but I think my wife told me before we left for this award that you're going to get it. But she, I think, believed in more than I did. But yeah, I'm just really happy to get this.
Krishna also took out the Golden Boot after scoring 18 goals this season. Ali Kimbia, FBC News.
A 32-year-old man who was charged with the murder of a New Zealand national has been remanded by the Suva Magistrates Court today. It is alleged that last Wednesday in Lami, Rusiate Raiwalu murdered Ashkan Varsani. Rachel Nath was in court and filed this report.
In court today, police prosecution served full disclosures and the charge was read out to the accused, who stated he understood it. The magistrate said the matter was an indictable offence and can only be heard in the High Court, hence the case has been transferred. The court also denied Raiwalu's bail application, stating the offence is serious and he needs to be remanded. It is understood Farzani was a businessman from Auckland who was involved in taro export. He was dropped off in a silver Prius on Wednesday afternoon near the CWM Hospital's emergency and accident ward. However, attempts to revive him were futile. The car that dropped him was later found abandoned in Tadirua in Suva. The matter will now be called in the Suva High Court on May 28. Rachel Nath, FBC News.
Akosita Tale joins us live from GPH now, where Prime Minister Vorenge Bainimarama has just officially closed the third Climate Action Pacific Partnership Conference. Akosita, what more can you tell us from the proactive CAP event?
Jackie, what has set this CAP conference apart is the fact that our collective recognition of the impacts of climate change has intensified into a full-blown crisis. It is a climate crisis, an ocean crisis, and it is indeed a defining crisis of our time. So if we don't take action, this crisis will escalate into chaos that will consume our entire world. Now, this message was strongly reiterated by Prime Minister Vorenge Bainimarama while closing the two-day CAP conference in Suva this evening. And also tonight, UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres will arrive into the country, whereby at the end of tomorrow's CAP Forum, Pacific leaders from here will present him a global call for action that has emerged from the two-day event. Now, Bainimarama says this is not a message for just one person, but it is indeed a message for every nation on this earth. So we must understand what we are up against and take action in response. Good news also, the next CAP meeting will be held in the Cook Islands next year. Jackie.
Thanks so much for that, Akosita. Opposition MP Nico Nwaikula today told government MPs they rely too much on Attorney General Infanticide Kayum during Parliament sessions. During the debate on the report on Investment Fiji 2015 and 2016, Nwaikula claimed the AG acts as an expert in all fields, while other ministers are simply doing nothing. Ana Ravula reports these claims were rubbish by local government minister.
That is the truth.
Nico Nwaikula says government MPs are only keeping Parliament seats warm.
So we ask, what are you people doing? Nothing. And he is the expert in hiding things. He says that the economy is growing. Growing? Fisheries, what is your contribution to the GDP? 1.7. You're not doing your work. Forestry, less than 2% or 0. You're not doing your work. You come here with only one person leading the House, and what's everyone doing? Nothing.
He was hit out by Industry and Trade Minister Pramila Kumar for belittling all the ministers.
Minister for Economy needs to understand each and every sector of the economy. And so if he has this knowledge, what is wrong with it? He's no longer Minister for Finance. Maybe that's what you are thinking. Get it right.
Meanwhile, the motion on the Investment Fiji report for 2015 and 2016 has been passed. Ana Ravulo, FBC News.
An investigation is underway to determine reports that Australia's airline Qantas is cannibalising our national carrier Fiji Airways. This was confirmed by Civil Aviation Minister Infanticide Kayum, who revealed that Qantas is flying its own aircraft to service the Fiji Airways routes. Accolades reports the Australian airline currently co-shares on Fiji Airways non-stop flights from Nadi to Adelaide, Brisbane, Melbourne and Sydney, as well as between Sydney and Suva.
Qantas last month flew a new direct flight from Sydney to Fiji for the first time in nearly 20 years. They will operate 4 times a week to Nadi with a Boeing 737 aircraft.
Today we have a situation where Qantas is the shareholder of Fiji Airways. They've started flying their own aircraft and they're cannibalizing. It's probably in breach of the FCCC requirements in Fiji and also in Australia. An investigation is being carried out in that respect.
The Fijian Competition and Consumer Commission's role here is to ensure economic regulation exists and monopolies and near-monopolies don't overcharge or cheat on the quality of services provided.
I mean, we are being told that, oh, if Qantas was on the board, then the MAX 8 would have got the equipment. Come on. Come on, Mr. Speaker, sir. This is an insult to our intelligence. MAX 8s have been grounded throughout the world. Not because Qantas is not sitting on the Fiji Airways board, and nobody's stopping Qantas from sitting on the board. They themselves left. Today the share price of the value is shot through the roof. When they were there, it was low.
The Civil Aviation Minister had made his stand clear last year that the government is doing all it can to protect Fiji Airways routes from bigger airlines when signing air service agreements. Accolades, FBC News.
It was on this date, 32 years ago, opposition leader Sitiveni Rabuka conducted Fiji's first coup in 1987, which was executed to stifle collaboration between Indo-Fijians and indigenous Fijians for a non-racial political discourse. Regarded as one of the darkest days in Fiji's history, Rabuka overthrew the then-elected government of then-Prime Minister Timothy Bavandra. Rabuka was seeking recognition of the military action and the overthrow of the Bavandra government. Following the coup, the then Governor-General commissioned a Constitution Review Committee led by Sir John Falvey to look at the deficiencies of Fiji's 1970 Constitution. The review of the Constitution was stacked with individuals who supported the coup. Fiji has gone through 4 coups in the past 4 decades. Still to come, Pacific's first international emergency medical team announced, and walk to raise awareness on NCD's planned. Details after the break.
Nambula FM, nambando ay nasere.
Hoya ubasit sai sa Ilambasa, ya ndo talita ina warong Nambula FM nambando ay nasere.
Guya do tumeli ako na tao no hinga toka. Talita kina na warong Nambula FM, nambando ay nasere.
Wana tuma Nambula FM, nambando ay nasere nambon.
Na vengo fanya na tao.
Songs, dances, poems, skits and speeches were the order of the day as the Lambasa community gathered today to celebrate 140 years since the first Girmitiers came to Fiji. Eleanor Turangaivu reports.
Descendants of Girmitiers gathered at Lambasa's Civic Center to commemorate the arrival of their forefathers to Fiji in 1879.
We must reflect on the positives that have come out of the Girmit system and not dwell on the negatives that are bygones. Let me assure us all today that the pain they endured in those times is what makes us more resilient today.
Several traditional Indian dances like the Nagara were performed during the celebration today. It was a dance their forefathers performed to keep themselves entertained while working in the sugarcane fields, a true testament of their resilience.
Their willingness to persevere and never give up is testimony to the very impressive and commendable achievements of their descendants today in both the private and the public sectors.
The Girmit Remembrance Day is set aside to commemorate what the Girmitiers endured, what they have contributed to our society, economy and culture. Eleanor Turangaivu, FBC News.
Fiji is the first country in the Pacific to receive formal verification as an international emergency medical team by the World Health Organization. Health Minister Dr. Ifiremi Wangainambete says FEMAT will provide a range of medical and emergency services for up to 100 patients per day. Kelly Vavala reports.
Emergency medical teams are designed to respond quickly, being deployed to an impacted area with days or hours to treat immediate needs following a disaster.
What it means is that we are now accredited worldwide in times of disaster to be able to deploy, whether nationally or internationally, because we are accredited, and set up a field hospital to look after patients. For this to happen, there's been quite a fair bit of investment.
The World Health Organization says Fiji has been grouped as a Type 1 fixed EMT operating from a fixed structure.
We now join a small group across the world who have reached this really impressive benchmark, and it's been a pleasure from the WHO side to have supported them.
The team will comprise of 4 doctors, 11 nurses, 1 pharmacist, an environmental health officer and 3 logisticians.
Which means that we are able to provide medical assistance, various types of medical assistance to up to 100 patients per day. FEMAT will be able to do this within 24 to 72 hours.
There are currently 25 internationally verified EMTs globally with a mixture of response capabilities. Fiji is the 26th EMT to receive formal verification. Kelly Vadala, FBC News.
The ownership arrangement of Fiji Pine Limited has not changed. Attorney General Ayaside Qayyum says the Pine landowners unanimously expressed interest to continue the current ownership structure during a widespread consultation last year. He was responding to opposition member Viliaming Avoka on the current ownership status of the Fiji Pine Limited, taking into account the extension of leasing.
This is because for the first time in its history, in 2013, under the Bainimarama government and the Fiji First government subsequently, Fiji Pine landowners started receiving benefits in the form of lease security bonus payments. They had never received that. They had never received that. Honorable Gavoka, there's no point looking to the other side. The fact is they never received it.
A woman who is alleged to have killed her newborn baby has been granted bail by the Suva High Court. 21-year-old Venina Nalangilangi is charged with 1 count of murder. The alleged incident occurred on February 10th on Nairai Island in Lomaiviti. In court today, State requested for time to sort out certain issues with the investigating officer in relation to whether the details point towards murder or infanticide. The matter has been adjourned to May 28th. The Colour Explosion Fiji is gearing up to host the biggest health walk in Fiji, which is aimed at creating stronger awareness on NCDs. Since its inception in 2015, Colour Explosion has donated various equipment organisations who conduct NCD outreach programs. Felipe Naikaso has more.
Thousands of people are expected to converge at Shirley Park in Lautoka in 2 months' time to raise awareness on NCD through various activities.
We are creating new concepts into our health walk. I'm sure most of you have seen how we've conducted the event in the previous years. It's always been a morning walk. This year it's going to be an afternoon walk, late afternoon walk. We'll come back to see the sunset at Shirley Park, and then we'll head straight into the NCD's dance-off under the stars.
Today, the event received a major boost as APCO handed over $7,000 in sponsorship.
It's things like this that actually, community projects like this, that helps our people get back into gear of thinking about their lives and keeping themselves healthy. So when you're healthy, you're basically happy.
Proceeds of the event that we get, we will contribute to the NCD outreach program. They will give us an itemized list of what they require, and we'll go out. Pratika's the one that goes out and sources all the equipment.
The APCO Color Explosion 2019 will be held on July 6th at Shirley Park from 3 p.m. Felipe Naikaso, FBC News.
Later in sports with Jamie, another Fijian joins France Rugby World Cup squad. But first, Rachel joins us for the latest in business.
Thanks, Jackie. Good evening, and coming up after the break. Work on online business portal nears completion. And in growing Fiji government to continue assisting PAFCO. Stay with us.
For the best classic hits, I only listen to Gold FM here in Singapore. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Seni Rawa. I love listening to Gold FM here in Nosuri. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Dino. I'm from Outrigger, Coral Coast, Singapore. I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Salote. I love listening to Gold FM here in Nosuri. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Bula, my name is Marida. Gold FM plays the best classics here in Outrigger.
Leading business tonight, businesses who wish to invest in the country will be able to track the progress of their permit via an online portal. Speaking in Parliament today, Industry Minister Pramila Kumar says the digital portal will be a one-stop shop within Investment Fiji. It will be launched at the end of this month and will also provide easy-to-understand information on the processes of any permit application.
All the information on the application process will be on the digital platform. There'll be a tracking system where the investor can track where he or she is with the approval process, and all other approval agencies can also see who is delaying the approval. So it will be just one platform where everyone will have an opportunity to see the progress.
Turning overseas, President Donald Trump says he's going to take further action to help the nation's farmers in the midst of an escalating trade war with China. Trump is telling reporters that China has been taking advantage of the U.S. for many years, hours after China announced increased tariffs on $60 billion in U.S. goods. The move comes after Trump pushed for up for tariffs on $200 billion in Chinese imports from 10% to 25%. The same day, U.S.-China negotiations ended without a breakthrough or any specific plan for further talks. And Sanifa from HFC Bank joins us now with the very latest from the trading world.
Asian shares dipped in losses this morning amid a fresh deterioration in the Sino-U.S. tariff war, although comments from U.S. President Donald Trump that he expected trade negotiations to be successful helped stabilize sentiment. China announced plans earlier yesterday to raise duties on some American imports starting June 1st, defying a call from Trump to resist the escalating trade war. The new rate of 25% will apply to 2,493 U.S. products, with other goods subject to duties ranging from 5 to 20%. The Trump administration is still expected to unveil more details of additional 25% tariffs on all remaining Chinese trade goods. China's offshore yuan hit a fresh 2019 low earlier in Asia today. The safe haven yen remains supported as a fresh escalation in Sino-U.S. trade tensions hit sentiment, with each country raising tariffs on the other's goods. Closer to home, New Zealand's home sales for April dropped to 5,800, from 6,555 in April 2018. That's all from HFC Bank for now. Vinaka.
Thanks, Anifa. On to today's exchange rates as it was set this morning. Now, with the China-US trade war escalating, the Fiji dollar continues to fluctuate, securing some gains against the Chinese yuan and the trading partners Australia and New Zealand dollars. But there were some minor drops against the US greenback, the PNG kina, the euro, and the yen. Looking at the commodities market, the price of oil continues to descend to close just over $61 a barrel. Gold remains up at $1,298 per ounce, and silver was up as well at $14.78 an ounce. And in Going Fiji tonight, the current location for Pacific Fishing Company Limited, commonly known as PAFCO, is not viable. The comment was made by opposition MP Pio Tikunduandua that PAFCO is dying in Levuka. However, Public Enterprise Minister Ayaz Said Kiyim says despite these issues, the government will continue to support the company as it's a major source of income for many living in Ovalau. Kritika Kumar reports.
The operation of PAFCO is in turmoil for some years now, with its location not being ideal as well.
I know it's dying in Levuka, but we have to keep it in Levuka. It's essential for the economy of Levuka, for the people of Ovalau. More than 400 ladies get employed in that factory.
Keep PAFCO in Ovalau is actually commercially not the best place to be, but we will as government support it to be there.
The minister says apart from its location, the other challenge is the depleting tuna stock.
The ships actually sit on the periphery, the border of this marine reserve. And they throw, bait or whatever to lure the fish out of the marine reserve, and they simply catch them and take them away. These are some of the challenges we are facing, and obviously the ability for PAFCO to source this tuna is becoming more and more limited because of these sorts of pressures.
The government has also provided ice plants and capacity to access electricity to the factory. Kritika Kumar, FBC News.
And that's business for tonight. Jamie's up next with sports.
Thank you, Rachel, and good evening in sports tonight. More on Roy Krishna's A-League awards. And Fiji's Sevens team to travel to London without Beba. Details coming up.
Hi, I'm Jyotishma. I'm from Singatoka. I love listening to Mirchi FM. Mirchi FM is hot.
Mirchi FM is #1.
I'm Charlene Robert. Mirchi FM rocks in Lambasa.
I'm Soname Nasori Jackson. Mirchi FM is hot.
My name is Raymond Dutt. I'm in Baba Singh Alliance. Mirchi FM is hot in Lambasa.
I'm Kritika from Jax Nasori. I love listening to Mirchi FM here in Nasori. Mirchi FM is hot.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.
As mentioned earlier in the bulletin, Fiji's football golden boy Roy Krishna has added to the list of firsts by a Fijian footballer in the A-League competition. The soft-spoken national football captain from Siberia, Lambasa, proving nothing is impossible when he scooped the A-League's Johnny Warren medal and the Golden Boot Award in Australia last night. Koroi Tandulala reports.
Yeah, I was just blessed to be around good people, and obviously the young fans, I just want to tell them that, if people say like this, just take it on chin and, you work harder and, when you become someone and you can go back to them and give thanks to them because they pushed from the first day he walked in. We had a 1v1 chat and he told me what were my weakness and what were my strengths. And he told me he believed in me. He's going to make me the best player in the A-League, and which I never believed in that. But, from day one, he believed in me, and he pushed me every training session, and he set up individual targets, and I think I achieved every one of it.
I started from All Saints School, and that's where our former national coach Carlos Buzzetti had spotted him and everything, and I think so. He came through to our youth squad and everything. From there, he played for Lambasa, but he was in the national team, and he toured with me in 2007 to the USA.
Meanwhile, Bal and Sarita Krishna are probably the most proudest parents right now. While the couple are over the moon about their middle child's football achievements, Roy Krishna's fame has also brought back memories of when he first started playing the game. Eleanor Turangavu caught up with them at their family home in Siberia, Lambasa today and filed this report.
From this humble home in the outskirts of Lambasa, follow his father to soccer games every weekend.
Whenever he was small, he goes and watch soccer. It was like his a dream. He came back with a pair of boots. He took the pair of boots on the bed where I was sleeping. He slept on the boot. So he was very, very happy. After going by year, he improved. And now he got a plenty soccer boot. For him, he always fasting for whenever he play soccer. As far as Fiji team, Lambasa team, as soon as he's playing, he starts fasting.
Krishna's win last night at the Dolan Warren Awards has made his parents even more proud of his achievements.
In overseas countries like in Australia and New Zealand, he's one of our Fijian to be getting an award. Should be proud mother for that. So we thank the Lord for that one. We got a temple here, we praying him. Whenever he plays, we pray.
Two things Krishna can't count on as he continues to net those goals is the love and support from his humble home in the hills of Siberia in Lambasa. Eleanor Turangavu, FBC Sports.
Now, the Fiji Rugby Union has congratulated Roy Krishna on being awarded the Johnny Warren Medal last night, an honor reserved for the A-League's best player of the season. FRU Chief Executive John O'Connor says Fiji football is not the only sporting federation who should be proud of Krishna's historical achievements.
Coming from a humble beginning, so we congratulate him. We thank him for playing while he plays for Wellington. I know we all congratulate him because he's from Fiji and he's always being available to Fiji, and also congratulate Fiji football for supporting Krishna in his journey to become a professional soccer player. It's a great achievement not only for Roy and his family in New Zealand.
Gareth Baber will not be travelling with the Fiji Airways Sevens team to London tomorrow. The National Sevens coach is still recovering from a bacterial infection at the Miat Pacific Hospital in Suva. Fiji Rugby Union Chief Executive John O'Connor says it's nothing too serious. However, he will need some time to recover before joining the team later in the week.
Nothing to be concerned about it. Just allow him time to rest and recuperate. In the meantime, Nava, Kane, Thomas Adam and Johnny will travel with the team. Coach has already laid out the programs for them while they're out there.
Fiji-born wing Alivreti Raka made debut for France at this year's Rugby World Cup in Japan. The French Rugby Union has included Raka in its World Cup extended squad that was announced this morning. The 24-year-old received his French citizenship last November. He has impressed for club side Clermont in the French top 14 for the past 4 seasons, but missed out on selection for the Six Nations due to a hand injury. Meanwhile, Fijian-born French internationals Virimi Vakatawa and Noor Nakaitadi are also in France's World Cup training squad. He's arguably the most bruising midfielder in New Zealand rugby, but time will tell if that's enough to confirm Nani Laumape in the All Blacks mix for the upcoming World Cup. For now, though, Laumape is out to change the bulldozing stereotype. That's it from Sports Tonight. You can join Angie later on with weather and in new media. Lenovo shows off the world's first foldable PC. That's coming up.
मैं नवनीत नंद नंबोलुम्बुआ से जैसे प्रेनी नोट मशहूर है वैसे रेडियो फीजी 2 भी सभी जगह मशहूर है। रेडियो फीजी 2 देश की धड़कन।
सीमा नकाशी से मैं रेडियो फीजी 2 पसंद करती हूँ सुनने के लिए। रेडियो फीजी 2 देश की धड़कन।
मैं हूँ अंकल किंग सिंगाटोका टाउन के टैक्सी ड्राइवर जैसे रग्बी फेमस है वैसे।
Lenovo's ThinkPad X1 folding screen prototype is the next word in flexible display devices, bigger than the Samsung Galaxy Fold and hopefully with fewer problems. And it's weather time now with Angie.
Hello there and welcome to the Weather World.
The cold weather has officially taken its course and it's time to pull those blankets up and stay warm. The on and off showers for few areas are back in action. A look in the west, quite mild with sunshine fulfilling its duty. Eastwards from Peck Harbour to Suva, quite cool with showers expected later tonight. And up north, quite mild with showers also expected. At sea, easterly winds 20 to 25 knots, very rough seas. For the tides, high tide at 3:20 a.m. with low tide at 9:33 a.m. Sunrise at 6:24. For tomorrow, there is no major disturbances, so we are good for a good and glowy day. Tomorrow's temps, Savu will be at 29 degrees. And looking further on to Thursday, well, there is more light showers indicated. Otherwise, all good for now. And that's all from the FBC Weather World. Jackie.
Thanks so much for that, Angie. In Fiji and Pulse tonight, we asked, should Roy Krishna be recognized by Fiji?
Yes, if they can recognize Serbia in rugby, why shouldn't they recognize him in soccer?
Roy Krishna has made Fiji proud, and I pray he gets more fame so that Fiji can be recognized on a global scale.
I think yes, because he represents Fiji.
Yes, because he's a disciplined player and he's the most player who put Fiji's name up in soccer.
Yes, why not? He's recognized. Yeah, he's doing good job and he's playing good soccer. And our government should recognize him.
Yes, Fiji should recognize Roy Krishna.
Fiji should recognize him. That's our choice.
Recapping the main stories for tonight, Krishna rakes imploded from leaders, alleged murderer in court for man's death. And is Qantas cannibalizing our national carrier? For these stories and others, you can tune in daily to our sister radio station, Gold FM. To our poll question segment, we're asking, should people stop using racist idioms? Visit our FBC website to answer. Before we go, our shot of the day, an absolutely gorgeous one sent in by Melaya Nambure. Remember, you can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email fbc.com.fj. Share it with us via Facebook page FBC News. Follow us on Twitter at FBC_news or simply hashtag FBC News. That was your FBC News for tonight. From the team and I, stay safe. Good night.
Bula, neva ngomal kay leloma, ngongai nakas ondo magrong ng Bula FM, nambandua na sere.
Hoya Infanticide sa Lambasa, ondo talita na warong ng Bula FM, nambandua na sere.
Guya do tumeli, ako na tao no hinga toka, talita kina na warong ng Bula FM, nambandua na sere.
Wana tunga ng Bula FM, nambandua na sere nawaluan.
Neva ngofane na tao ne ngo singa toka, kita ondo talita ka ng Bula FM, nambandua na sere.
Bula FM, nambandua na sere.